The morning sun spilled gold over the city park, but Eleanor Hayes barely noticed. She stood at the playground's edge, her tailored suit out of place among the sweatpants and strollers, watching her 6-year-old daughter, Lily, sit alone on a swing. No giggles. No chatter. Just silence, like always. Lily had been mute since the accident that took her father 2 years ago. Doctors said she could speak, but trauma had locked her voice away. Eleanor had tried everything: therapy, specialists, even relocating to a quieter neighborhood. Nothing worked. That day, she just wanted Lily to feel the breeze, hear children laughing, maybe want to join them. But instead, Lily stared at the ground, toes dragging in the sand, her world sealed shut. Eleanor's chest tightened. She had built empires, commanded boardrooms, but could not reach her own child. Then, a shadow fell across the swing. A man in a worn hoodie and jeans knelt beside Lily. He wasn't like the other parents, bustling with coffee cups and chatter. His eyes were calm, kind, but tired, like someone who'd fought battles no one else could see. "Hey," he said gently. "Mind if I swing next to you?" Lily didn't look up. He sat anyway, his own swing creaking. For a moment, they moved in silence, the breeze tugging at their hair. Then he pulled a small, scruffy notebook from his pocket and began sketching with a pencil. Eleanor, still watching from a distance, frowned. Who was this man? Why was he drawing? He tore out the page, a picture of a little bird with a crown, and slid it toward Lily. "This is the king of the sky," he said softly. "But he's sad, because he lost his song." Lily's fingers twitched. She stared at the drawing. The man leaned closer. "You know what? I think he's looking for someone to help him find it." Something shifted in the air. Lily's lips parted ever so slightly. Eleanor's breath caught. The man smiled. "If you could tell him one word to make him feel brave again, what would it be?" Lily's voice was barely a whisper, like glass breaking in the quiet. "Fly," she said. Eleanor's knees almost gave out. She hadn't heard her daughter speak in 2 years. The man's eyes softened, but he didn't act surprised. He just nodded, as if it were the most natural thing in the world. "Fly," he repeated. "That's perfect. He'll remember his song now." Lily smiled, a real, unguarded smile, and for the first time, she looked lighter. Eleanor approached, her voice trembling. "How did you do that?" He shrugged. "I didn't." She did. They sat on a nearby bench while Lily played in the sand, humming softly to herself. The man introduced himself as Daniel, single dad to an 8-year-old boy named Noah. "I know what it's like," he said quietly. "When my wife passed, my son stopped talking for months. Everyone told me to push him. I learned to just listen instead." Eleanor's throat tightened. She realized this stranger had given her daughter something no therapy session or expensive specialist ever could: permission to speak on her own terms. Over the next weeks, Eleanor and Daniel kept meeting at the park. Lily began saying small things: swing, ball, home. Then short sentences. She even laughed one afternoon, chasing Noah through the grass. Eleanor noticed something else, too. Her own heart, so heavy for years, began to feel lighter. She found herself lingering at the playground, sharing coffee with Daniel, talking about books, dreams, and the messy beauty of raising children alone. One evening, Lily tugged at Eleanor's sleeve and whispered, "Mommy, can we come again tomorrow?" Eleanor blinked back tears. "Of course, baby." Months later, Eleanor stood in her company's boardroom, delivering a keynote speech about leadership and empathy. At the end, she shared a personal story, not about profits or growth, but about a little girl who found her voice because someone cared enough to listen. "I've learned," she told the audience, "that success isn't about building bigger empires, it's about helping others find their song." The applause was thunderous. But for Eleanor, the real victory waited outside the glass doors, laughing in the sun with Daniel and Noah. Sometimes the greatest breakthroughs happen not in clinics or boardrooms, but on worn swings in quiet parks. All it takes is a heart willing to listen, and the patience to wait for a voice, no matter how faint, to finally say, "Fly."